trying to figure out why Scott's microphone smells like cum.
Is that what that smell is?
That's
What has he been using this room for?
I don't know, dude, but you're iron deficient.
Oh, doesn't smell like pennies, huh?
Yeah.
A little too bleachy, man.
Eat some leafy greens.
A little too bleachy,
What the fuck
dog.
are you doing?
How much pineapple juice are...
Speaking of which, I saw this shit, came across my TikTok, and I had to show it to my wife. It was one of those things where I was like scrolling through, might have been Facebook or whatever, one of the fucking micro content
Sure.
systems, right?
They're all the same now.
And you notice how like you can, it really is, and they kind of learn your algorithm, so it doesn't matter which one I use now. I'm seeing the same
because I see TikTok
and if
on
I switch from
Instagram
one to the other, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
But you know how like your algorithm will kind of be dialed in, and you're kind of proud of it, and you're like, I built this
brick by brick.
Yeah, like I know. And then all of a sudden, one out of just left field will get in there. That's just like, well, let's see how it responds to this one. And they hit me with one that was so fucking off that I had to watch it.
Yeah.
Because the opening line had me stuck. Only one other time have I ever heard an opening line in something, an information that I was about to be given that got me that attention. And that line I remember to this day was, well, back in 77, when I was fucking the preacher's wife, I found myself working with the Lumbee Indians in North Carolina. And I was like,
that's a hell of an opener.
what?
I might use that for my show tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally stopped that man's story and just went,
wait, what?
That is how you open a goddamn story.
That's legendary.
Yeah, that is. By the way, it being 1977 and him fucking a preacher's wife had nothing to do with the rest of the story. It was about working with the Lumbee Indians in North Carolina. And the preacher's wife never played a role.
We're going to talk about an attention gainer.
Fucking snapped me too.
Dude,
I was just like...
That's like military instruction 101 though, man.
Yeah.
Like when you go through like IOC or any
And that's
of
what
those,
this one was. This one was, oh, well, we got a gummy bear order from Denise today. And I was like, what?
Gummy bear.
Okay. So this chick makes like little
Is it the jewelry
gizmos
chick?
And makes jewelry and shit. And one of them looks like a gummy bear.
It's out of dried cum.
But you send her a vial
I've seen this bitch.
of fucking spunk, and then she folds it into the fucking clay and then makes you a gummy bear to put on a rope. And you like on a necklace so you can walk around.
Does she like freeze dry it or something?
So she had both a gummy bear and a flower brooch made.
Huh. Just out of the jism, huh?
I saw that and was just like, what the fuck?
We're getting way too accepting as a society.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck?
I swear to God, dude. You know, let me guess. She's a white woman, huh? Isn't she?
Oh, without.
Do you know how I know? Because they will normalize anything except accountability.
That's yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking anything.
Amen to
Like,
that.
it's crazy to me. Like,
Gummy bear.
gummy bear. It's perfectly fine.
Paid to have a ceramic bear made.
Yeah. Guarantee you the woman who bought it, also white woman. Definitely.
Had to be.
Like sisters aren't buying that shit.
No. Well, I know it was too because she also had a little mushroom made.
Ah,
And I was like, yeah, that's a white person thing.
for sure. That's for sure a white guy thing.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the bitch that ordered that gummy bear is the same kind of person that makes moon water.
Yeah.
Just sets jars of water out in full moons. She's like, I'm making moon water.
Yeah.
So you have water with bugs in it now?
Yeah.
That's what you've accomplished?
It's like sun tea, except gross and not fun at all.
You took tap water and put some bugs in it and left it out overnight.
Yeah. She added a little protein to some tap water. About the size of it. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Unfucking believable.
What the fuck was that? What was that?
Have you seen these new adult snaps? They're awesome. Want to see what else I got?
So from now until July 4th, every order of cigars, we'll throw in a free victory cigar.
So remember, the best way to light your fireworks this year is with a free victory cigar.
No code needed. All you have to do is order cigars, and we'll automatically throw a victory cigar in your order when we fulfill it. Just remember, one victory cigar per order.
So celebrate the birth of America with America's favorite cigar.
Don't forget to celebrate recklessly.
This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret, we're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. grillyourassoff.com/freedomfriendspodcast or use the code freedomfriendspodcast at checkout.
Fucking people are weird. People are weird.
Fucking weird, dude. Speaking of weird people, I'm doing that ayahuasca thing this weekend. And I've been talking in a group chat.
You're a medicinal bender.
Yeah. I've been talking in a group chat with a bunch of these fucking guys, and one of the guys who's like running it, he was like, "Oh, I have lots of sage." And I was like, "Dude, you didn't even have to tell me that. Like, I already knew if you run shit like this, I already know that sage is in your repertoire." You know what I mean? like you didn't have to tell me. You have a Costco-sized barrel, I'm sure, of that shit. And it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
That guy made his own Birkenstocks.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Like, I can't wait to just smell patchouli all weekend because,
You volunteered.
I mean, you know what, though? I'm looking forward to it. I honestly am. One, I'm camping. That's really what I'm doing. I'm going camping. I got a fucking tent and, a cot and, like, I'm going camping.
I thought you were taking the camper.
I decided against it. I decided against the RV for the first time, for the first go around. I want to fully immerse myself into the shit, And if I'm going to do it, I feel like I'd be cheating a little bit.
This is getting more and more culty the more you talk about it.
Oh, it's super culty. It's super, super culty. Luckily, I'm me, and I'm like, I'm probably going to make fun of this the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
till you come back.
They might ask me to leave. You know what I mean? They might be like, He's
going to come back with tied-on sandals.
No, I will not. No, I will not.
I've changed, man. I'm a better person.
See, no matter how much Mikey changes from this, he knows his friends won't change the amount of shit they will give him if he comes back like that.
Dude, you wouldn't be my friends if you did. You know what I mean?
Didn't give you shit.
You wouldn't be my friends.
If we changed because he went like this thing.
If you kowtow to me because I turned into a weirdo, you wouldn't be my friends.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, my friends I know are authentic as fuck. And they will be like, "Hey, retard, fucking dial it back, all right?" Like, settle
he
down.
hasn't even done it. I'm already doing it.
Yeah. Like,
I'm also convinced people that do that and come back all changed. It's the person they wanted to be before this.
Yeah.
And then they went and they have an excuse to be like, I'm different now.
Which is how they sell it. So they sell it as this is supposed to be a chemical reboot so you can be the person you want to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you rewire.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of the people that come back and are wildly different.
Yeah.
You would see little flashes of that, but they like had a personality on top of it.
Yeah.
They really wanted to be this whole fucking like
that,
I'm
like
knocking on heaven and fucking
that.
I'm out there nurturing fucking nature and
Like,
shit. And I'm like,
one guy that we know who just turned into a hipster, started wearing vests.
leather vest, dude.
Weird, dude.
Ooh.
Super weird.
I'm sorry, but unless you're that dude that does the fucking wheel gun speed shooting or shit, you shouldn't be in a leather vest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah. That dude that can like empty a wheel gun in like 0.8 seconds
For
into
sure.
6 targets and shit like that.
Yeah.
You can wear a leather vest.
Dude, I saw that guy perform live when I was like 10 years old at a fucking car dealership.
Those super slow-mo guys. The super slow-mo guys went and filmed him.
Yeah.
And seeing that shit at like 20,000 frames a second, you're just like,
because he's doing absolutely everything that you and I would do. Pull out, cock, aim, fire, pull out, cock, aim, fire. Like,
yeah. And he did it in super slow-mo and you're just like, but when he does it at full speed, you just see like a flash of white smoke and then and you hear just bing, 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 bing. And you're like,
two
what?
balloons blow up.
Yeah,
and you're like, wait a minute. Yeah.
It's cool. It's a better shot than me. Fucking.
Oh, bro, I could miss you from here with a pistol. Fucking dog shit with a pistol.
That's fair.
Like, fuck.
You know who didn't miss?
Bomb, 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 Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran.
I'm on board with it, dude. I'm on board with it.
Iran did miss.
Yeah.
No, we didn't though.
No,
we
we didn't. But Iran did miss
These motherfuckers don't miss.
because they fired, 6 at Qatar.
Yeah, at our base there.
And they either missed or we intercepted.
They
It
missed
was
with one that just
wildly out of range. And I like how now they fired all these bombs off and shit, and now they're like, oh well, them bombing us in the retaliation is entirely unjust, and like the royal family's fleeing and shit like that. I just think it's hilarious that Iran is about to become erased.
Yeah. So here's my take on it. All right. I wasn't on board with us fucking with this conflict at first, right? Because we need to clean our own house before we get into other people's houses, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Like-
they did fuck with. I mean, this is the equivalent of if all of us went to a bar and somebody came and started fucking with one of the group.
Yeah.
The group's going to stand up and go like, hey,
Don't do that.
knock that shit off.
Yeah.
Especially if like one of us got swung on. Everybody
Yeah.
else is swinging back. Like
Sure.
and that's kind of what happened here. Everything was supposed to be groovy.
Much larger scale, but yeah. Yeah.
Bringing it down to the human level. But everything was kind of groovy, and then they fucked around, and we were like, all right, god damn it. We tried the whole like, hey, we did the finger waggle. We did all that.
And
kind
it's
of
not
shit,
like we just
left
whacked it
alone.
with them. We whacked it both sides. We were like,
Yeah.
both of you fucking chill.
And they fucked around, and then we were like, all right, cool. We have the bomb. We were like, okay.
That's
Well-
all. Well, now you're. That's exactly right. They were
shouldn't
like,
have said
"We have
the
bomb."
words.
And as soon as they did, it was like, well, so now since we've been telling you since Reagan that if you claim to have a bomb, we're gonna fuck you up.
And we're going to delete it. You can't go, we have the bomb, and then we blow up your nuclear sites, and then you go, they were peaceful. The line that he said was, you blew up peaceful nuclear sites.
Yeah.
You blew up peaceful nuclear enrichment sites.
Yeah. Because all uranium enrichment for energy happens 200 meters below the ground.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're also not, we have nuclear reactors in the States that provide power.
Guess what?
They're not in black sites either.
No.
Like
There's one
everybody
on
knows where they are.
San Onofre Beach.
They know where they are.
Looks like two big titties.
Homer
There's one in-
Simpson works at one.
Yeah,
Like we fucking know where they all are.
It looks like the one that's in Houston.
We've never done black sites for power plants.
Yeah.
So
Here's why I'm on board with it now. I wasn't at first, but here's why I am now. Because we walked in there and completely undetected, right? Like they never just knew what was coming. We obliterated these sites and we were gone before they even knew it happened, right? Here's what's really telling. And this is why I think it's going to help in other warfare areas. I honestly think that Ukraine is going to end very, very soon. The Ukraine-Russia conflict, because Iran's defenses and recoil and all that shit and all their fucking air defense and their version of the Iron Dome, it's all Russian and Chinese.
Yep.
And we just showed them, and
we don't
guys,
give a fuck.
you guys are not scary to us. Like your best shit can't touch us.
Here's the other thing that people need to realize. In the last,
it was a big dick on the table move.
Let's do the math here. In the last 53 years, we have not fought a force-on-force war.
You could argue against Iraq, but I agree with you because
Iraq wasn't a force-on-force
really
war.
since Korea. Really since Korea is the last time.
Now, Vietnam was force-on-force. We didn't declare war, but it was force-on-force. That was a uniformed force versus a uniformed force.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, North Vietnamese regulars were.
By the numbers, Iraq was force-on-force because there was
a military.
Those fighters and our fighters and blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't a military.
Yeah.
That is a banner-waving. They
have battalions.
They have battalions. They have commanders. They have a rank structure. They are doing press conferences. They are doing all of it.
Yep.
They are acting like a country. I think everybody has forgotten how good we are at country versus country fighting.
We're really good at it.
We're really good when we had to adapt to guerrilla warfare. And it's not how we train to fight.
No.
We train to fight force on. We still train our guys to fight force on force. We still do. This is how you recognize range structure. This. We fight like this. This is how you bound. This is blah, blah, blah. We are very adaptable. Mm-hmm. But Battle Drill 1 Alpha is still designed for you to fight an
Another-
opposing force,
Yep.
not a dude or 3 cousins that are mad or like it's designed for you to fight another army. This is a country. We had hard targets. This
isn't us searching for the Taliban in fucking
and
caves.
if this turns into the last time that it was actually, hey, you're going to go fight a country. People wear uniforms. There are hard targets. There are bases. We know where this shit is. Was Desert Storm. And that actual war lasted 4 days.
Yep.
We were there 6 weeks, but it actually, or 9 weeks.
Yeah. It was 4 days.
It was 4 fucking days.
That's why every time I meet a Desert Storm vet that tries to act hard, I'm like, oh, all 4 days of it?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
It was 4 days.
like,
And honestly, if you look at the situation, right? We were friends with Kuwait.
Yeah.
Iraq fucked around, tried to take Kuwait. And we went, hey,
Don't do that.
don't do that. They're like, oh, the fuck you. And we're like, okay. 4 days later,
Facts.
they quit. They literally quit. And they went, our bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 4 days. And that was with tech from 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we have what's called 5th and 6th gen.
Yeah.
like,
You fucking,
yeah. Those black Doritos don't fucking play around, dog.
holy fuck. They're so quiet.
They're so cool.
They're so quiet.
It's such a cool fucking aircraft.
It's so scary looking.
it's fucking
Just
terrifying.
a gash in the air.
Dude, if you looked up and it just looks like the fucking Matrix is missing a couple pixels. like that's fucking
They're
terrifying,
very scary.
man.
Dude.
That's fucking
They're scary on the tarmac. You just kind of look and you're like, that's so angry.
Dude, I've seen him doing like flyovers at football games, and even then I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
like,
Which why
really glad the B2's on our side.
you're not hearing the aircraft. You're actually hearing the displacement.
Mhm.
It's the air that's moving away from it is
Yeah.
what you're hearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had no idea we were there. It was just delete us. We were gone.
Motherfuckers were already back in Virginia or back like in our
Yep.
airspace by the time they figured out what happened.
Yeah, they did it. We were in a secret about it afterwards. We're like, by the way, they never landed.
Yeah. yeah. They took
took
off
off.
from Missouri.
They threw
They
in
landed.
a microwave, some hot pockets, and a cot. And we're like,
Yeah.
we'll fill you up over the fucking. There it is.
This is my favorite
Scary.
picture of it
Very scary.
when it's fucking compared to like a fucking hawk.
Yep.
Oh, but
Yeah.
quite literally, when it landed, they were like, when it came home, they were like, it never landed. It took off. It flew 30 hours, and they literally were like, we put in
They refueled like
refueled in the air, I think twice,
like
And,
once over the Atlantic, once over Europe, and then it was game on.
and then
And then
they were like, we put 2 crews in it, like some cots, a microwave, and some hot pockets, and we were like, there you go, boys.
Yeah.
And they were like, we fucking got it, my boy.
I believe they also confirmed that one of the pilots was a female, right?
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
and I hope they make sure to tell Iran that.
Yeah.
Cares?
That would be just the icing on top.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this
That was one of the biggest things. There was a chick they called Angel of Death or something in Afghanistan. She was a helicopter pilot,
Yeah.
I think, like a Cobra pilot or something, or she might have been fixed wing. I don't remember, but she was just fucking.
I thought she was an F-15.
She was just. It might have been. She was just destroying the Taliban, but they would put her
Yeah.
over the radio, like so that they knew that it was her. It was so fucking funny to me.
But well, and now we're seeing all
Which
this
is
stuff
just a
like
high level psyop.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Now we're seeing in Iran they're doing the whole like women are walking around without their head coverings, and like you're seeing all this like internal rebellion, and the royal family, the
royal
proclaimed leader, whatever, they're gone.
The royal family was even
Yep.
like, they were even like, hey man, or in like the prime minister was like, the Ayatollah is the one that's fucking pulling this shit. It ain't me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, we're at war and we'll back our country, but if I guarantee you, if we smoke the Ayatollah, if we smoke Khomeini, this ends.
Well,
So
evidently
fucking
now there's
fast.
a massive amount of outrage for them to revert back to the way they were in the 70s, which was like
Which was,
advanced schools,
Prospering,
like democracy. They were like one of the most advanced nations in Eastern Europe. Like it was a really good country. And then it turns out when you actually let a religion run your country, things go poorly.
oh weird.
Especially, when equality doesn't exist and
Yeah.
they allow certain classes of people to become property. Yeah, I don't have a lot of sympathy for you. I don't care if you fucked with Israel or not. I that is a despotic country.
They're also the they're the biggest state sponsor of terrorism in the world.
And public about it.
And super public about it, right? Like, and I guarantee you, a lot of the dudes that I was fucking schwacking in Fallujah, they weren't Iraqi.
No.
A lot of them had Iranian money on. They had Iranian fucking dinar in their pocket.
By the
You know
way,
what I mean?
they're
Like-
everywhere.
Yeah.
When I was in Burkina Faso,
Yep.
we went to a restaurant because it was like one of the nicer restaurants we could find. And I mean, like, there's just a lot of outdoor shit in Africa in general. But this was like, had a fountain in the middle and like brand new furniture and all, like nice enough to where it was stood out.
Yeah.
And we got there and started talking to the guys and they're like, oh yeah, we're here from Egypt. And and I'm looking at them going like, fuck you are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you are not Egyptian. Like the way that their English was way too good. And like all this kind of.
I would see that in Djibouti too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, down in Djibouti
because they go down
all
there
over the Horn of Africa.
Well, that's why there was that entire Hoa mission that happened, is we knew those groups were moving down there.
Yep,
and they're getting footholds.
And like, and we made the claim. Oh, it's for Boko Haram.
No,
Boko Haram could be swiped out in a day.
Yeah,
like
you need to keep in mind that all of the money that went to Burkina Faso too was put in by Gaddafi.
For sure.
So
it's all you.
Look at who his friends were.
Yeah.
Like it's
the Clintons. At one point.
At one point.
At one point it was the Clintons. Not at the end. Definitely not at the end.
A lot of these guys though, a lot of these guys you have to go read their full history. They were true colors didn't come out until like real power was had.
Look at Osama bin Laden.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like literally a CIA asset during the 80s.
Yep.
You know, the whole Charlie Wilson's war and all that shit. Bin Laden had a hand in that.
But you'd be amazed at what happens when fundamentalism catches power.
Weird.
It changes rapidly. Now, I love my country, but we keep not learning that fucking lesson.
It's true.
He's passionate. He's fundamentalist. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
Nobody likes fundamentalists either.
It doesn't matter what side.
Of any flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know why? Only Siths deal in absolutes.
Yep.
They're fucking Siths, man. That's what it is, right? Like,
if you don't believe me, you've never been happy when anybody from any church knocks on your door.
Yeah.
You've never seen that on your ring cam and went like, oh, good.
Oh, good. The Jehovah's Witnesses are here.
You've never seen it.
Fucking stoked on these missionaries.
Yeah. That's fundamentalism. That's the way that works.
Yep. Yep. Unless you yourself are a fundamentalist.
And they come in all flavors. They're not just for religion. Mm-mm. Preppers are fundamentalists.
Some of the most annoying kind.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. That show's amazing. I still stand by it firmly. I'm just like, yeah, keep telling me where you keep your shit.
That's why I watch it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to come steal your shit.
There's that one that's it's like an
it.
Hour and a half from here and an hour outside Houston. They built that whole fucking compound. And he's like, we have 500,000 rounds. And I was like, loot drop.
Yeah. Yeah. I need one.
Wait,
I need one round.
That was that same one where that dude didn't get his barrel outside the blind.
Yeah.
And fired it inside that steel blind they built and deafened his buddy because he didn't have Ear Pro on. And he fired like his fucking 6'5" Creedmoor inside the blind. He didn't get the barrel. I just like one of his eardrums was bleeding and shit. And I was like, first off, why aren't you wearing Ear Pro? Secondly, you didn't know this guy was a fucking idiot before you put a high power rifle on him?
Darwin was right.
Holy fuck.
Darwin's been right. He gets proven right all the time, dude. All the fucking time.
I like how they go, our security, we padlock everything. I'm like, oh yeah? Because that shed's plastic. I don't know that.
And these bolt cutters, you know.
Fuck bolt cutters.
Like,
you give me a screwdriver and a plastic shed and I'll get in. Like it's
sure. But also bolt cutters.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or a knife. That's already been invented.
Yeah.
It's a knife. Like I can get in there.
So goofy.
Circular saw, name it, dude. Like give me a Sawzall. I'm in there. All your shit's gone.
Well, some of those like Rubbermaid roughneck sheds or whatever, you and I on the side of it just kind of rocking a couple times.
The fucking top just
pops off.
You're like, there you go. You're good. Yeah.
There's a dude on TikTok I love watching where it's this lock company that's like, oh, our fucking lockpick proof lock. And he just cuts it and it's just him like jamming a screwdriver in it, shaking a little bit, and then it unlocks. And he's just like, try again.
I like that guy. He's called the lock picking lawyer.
Yeah.
And he'll do some shit where he's like, these locks that everybody has, and he'll take like his little lock pick and goes, schwap, and just like hits it real quick and he just pops it open. And I'm like,
son of a bitch.
In all fairness, if anybody wants to get into your shit, they're going.
They're getting into your shit. Yeah.
Things like locks and all that kind of stuff, they're deterrents. They're not proof.
You know what the biggest deterrent is? Cameras.
Yep.
Because evidence
and light
follows you. And light. Yeah. But cameras work remarkably well.
Cameras and
like
light.
I have a dash cam in my truck.
I've been thinking about getting a dash cam.
Nobody fucking fucks with it.
Yeah.
You know, I want the wolf box really bad. I want like the really nice one, the
What's
wolf
the
box.
wolf box?
It's basically, you can pull it up. It's like it goes over your rear view mirror,
And so it becomes a
And
new
then-
rear view.
and there's a camera in the back. So what you see is like actually a feed,
but then it also looks forward,
But-
and there's a
yeah.
SD card that goes on the side of it.
and it just records to your fucking cloud.
And
in your
then
phone.
it's like a security camera system too. So if like you go,
Yep.
if you go whatever 2 weeks and no incidents, it just deletes all the data out. And
Yeah.
then
Like I really like this. My problem is that on my
wildly expensive though.
yeah, they're real proud of them. My problem is that on my fucking rear view is where my buttons are for my garage and shit, like my garage door. So like it would cover that, and it's like, well, I'm out. You know what I mean? Because I need that. I use that as function, right? So
So it eliminates.
It literally replaces your rear view mirror.
yeah, it just goes over your rear view mirror, and like it records front.
Yeah. So it
And
doesn't like it wouldn't work in my car. It'd work in my truck.
It's great for trucks.
But yeah, if you have any of the controls that you use are on your mirror, you lose all of that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't.
Oh,
Although Wolfbox sponsor the show so we can put
Fuck
yeah,
that
they're
in our
super
vehicles.
dope.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
awesome product. I've seen it. Crispy. Fucking Omar's got one in his truck, and it's fucking super clear. 4K.
Do you have? Hold
It's
on.
nice
Do you
as
have a
shit.
Ruba grid in your truck?
Yes.
Like the same shit we all have, the adjustable arm phone holder shit in your
Yeah.
truck?
Yeah.
I bet you could just get one of the arms and just mount it to that. Just lift it up.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I have already.
Yeah, but then you could actually run this system
Yeah.
and you wouldn't lose your mirror.
Yeah. I don't know. It will.
You'd look like a whack job.
what
'Cause you'd
made
have
me-
like fucking a
what-
bunch of mirrors going on.
What excited me about this was because I have the camper.
Yeah.
Shell. Like, I mean, this would clear up my vision going rear, right?
So
Like,
I have a camera system on my RV.
Yeah.
That's on the back of the RV, and I can put two more on that does left and right, and it
Mm.
feeds to a 7-inch monitor that I
Yep.
mount on my dash on my little.
yeah.
The fuck is that system called?
Bullet point.
Bullet point.
Bullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's mounted on an arm on
Which
that.
bullet point? You should give us money because every
we
one
all
of us,
buy your shit.
every one of us has your shit. Me, John, Scott, Jazz, and Justin all have fucking bullet point shit. How about you hook a brother up?
We'll pimp the fuck out of that shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Because good product again. Like not sponsored by the
It is
show.
good product, and the prices aren't fucking bad.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I don't need stickers every time.
That's not true.
I
But
like my
appreciate
coffee
it.
cup. I got a free coffee cup.
Yeah.
It's one of those camp cups.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that has been like one of the biggest deterrents because mine's an obvious dash cam. Like it sits, I have it mounted up on a GoPro mount thing that's just sits in the middle of my window, and it's like it's obvious. And I guarantee you, people have walked by and been like, "Nope," because you're on camera. You know, like
I should, because I have that Ruba grid. I could get just that straight ball to ball mount and just mount one on there. And it would sit up in the front, like behind where my phones and shit go.
Yeah.
I'd never know it was there. Because I'm going to order that. They make a mod for underneath the grid that puts the PowerPoints underneath it. So that you can run like the wireless chargers and shit without having to go down to the plugs.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Because actually both of my cars now, it's all wireless CarPlay. So I don't need to plug in for it to.
Yeah.
So if I could do that and then run wireless charging. But then I could put a dash cam in and it would just run to that PowerPoint.
Yeah. It'd be fine.
And then I don't have those cables hanging everywhere.
Right now, I'm all
Be-
cabled the fuck up.
I
and
fucking,
shit.
every time I pull the RV, I feel like I'm fucking putting together a command center because it's like
Well, dude, I have
cables to that and a cable to my phone and I'm like,
and plus, I have like when I do that, I also have my scan gauge.
Yeah.
That's plugged in, and and that's in there all the time. So that monitors like transmission heat and shit like that. That doesn't get taken care of in your regular display. And those things are pretty dope because you can change whatever you can program what you want to know about your truck, and you get like fucking 9 different readouts or
my
something.
truck
Like, they're
just
pretty good.
told me I needed to check so I have the Tow Plus package or whatever
Mhm.
on my truck. It was like the one thing that I was like, Caitlin, you can put whatever you want in the truck, but I want all of the tow package shit
Sure.
in the truck.
Well, the big reason you got the fucking trucks because you got an RV.
Yeah. And,
like shit.
And but you can save trailers in the system.
Yeah.
And so my camper is saved in there, and it's the only thing that pulls the camper. So every time you hook it up, when I plug the camper in, it literally asks me to select what trailer I just plugged in. So it logs every mile that I've put on the camper, and then it's giving me service advisements because I've run so many miles on the camper.
That's dope.
So when I plugged it in last time, it was like, you need to check the brake liners and the lug nuts. And so it was just like a general, just like
General
maintenance check, but it just warns you to like check these. And then when you tell it you did it, it resets your service interval and tracks how many miles you have on
That's
that
dope.
camper and shit. I was like, this is pretty dope. I also like that it does, as soon as you plug a trailer in, it changes my gas mileage. So it tells me my distance to empty based on trailer, on the memory it has of pulling that trailer.
That's dope.
It's pretty high speed.
Fucking technology
Smart
in vehicles
shit.
nowadays is fucking crazy, man.
Dude, it's wild.
And
It's wild.
I
out
don't
there.
drive like an over the top truck. I drive a fucking kind of a middle of the road F-150. Does everything I want it to do, but
Yeah. Well, people, I get asked, how do you like your taco so much? And I'm always like, dude, I fucking love that thing, man.
they're great.
It's all I need.
They're great.
Like, it's great.
My only thing with those, and I think it's just because every truck I've owned has always been a full size truck.
Yeah.
The seating position in it is just so different than being in a full size truck,
The
because you sit in it
third
more
gens,
like
too,
a car.
The third gens, the seats kind of suck. They make like little like lifters and shit to change
Yeah.
the angle. Because
But
the
like
third,
the couple of times I've ridden in yours, I'm always like, God, it feels like I'm in a car.
it does.
But, like,
Feels like
it's-
a car.
Like you're very like,
And they're not that much smaller than a full size truck.
no, they're a good sized truck. They stand
know?
pretty tall, but you sit so low in them.
You do.
Like in the riding position is very
It's
like decline, like
Yeah.
inclined. So
Yeah.
it feels more like a sedan sitting in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I like the taco, and
right
I
on my
like
back.
I like the SUV version too, because
the fucking
Forerunner.
the Forerunner. It's a cool truck.
Forerunners are dope. They're
The
very,
new
very
ones
cool.
look so sick.
They're so
Yeah.
cool, dude. Yeah.
The problem is, God, they're tiny on the inside.
And they are real fucking proud of those ones.
Yeah, no
Boy,
shit.
are
Oh,
Especially if you want the TRD or whatever, you're in for like 70,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at least.
and they're tiny on the inside.
Yeah.
I am not a big person, and I got in one of the new ones, and I was like,
Nah, dude. I looked up the 1794 edition Tundras.
yeah,
I
that's
was,
a nice truck.
I was over there waiting for an oil change a couple weeks ago, and I just went walking around and opened up a couple of those. It's like Toyota's version of a King Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck, dude!
It's a nice truck.
What,
Nice as
80,
fuck.
90K?
81 was the
Yeah.
lowest one I found.
Yep.
Still cheaper than a King Ranch.
But you know what? So my truck is paid off this month,
Yeah.
right? And
Congratulations,
thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank you. I'm more proud of that than my children.
Let's fuck it up.
Like,
Let's
so-
lift it
so
and just
what I did was just curious. I got on CarMax,
what would they give you? They hold their value.
30 grand.
Yeah, they'll hold their value.
Wow.
30 grand even. If I wanted to sell that to CarMax right now, 30 G's.
You'll get
As
more
is.
if you trade it in.
Maybe.
No, you would.
Probably at a
Because
dealership.
especially if you went back to Toyota.
Yeah.
So I bet you they'd give you 35.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get a 1792 edition, you could probably walk out with a Tundra for like high 20s.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
payment would be,
Well, that's the cool thing. They also did before did they have an unlimited.
Yep.
Or a platinum. They have
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
a Tundra Platinum, which is the exact same thing,
Uh-huh.
I think, minus leather. Which
no, the
probably
Platinum's
still
going to
have
have leather. The mid-grade Toyota is like the equivalent to mine.
Yeah.
So like I have an XLT 301 Bravo, which is every option you can stick in the truck before you have to buy leather.
right.
Because
Which you and I talked about before. That's kind of where I'm at. That's
I
what
don't
I like.
I well,
Like I don't
I don't mind leather in a car,
I
but
wear shorts, man.
right, but Ford leather is also fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like I own several Fords. I like Ford, but Ford leather fucking blows.
Yeah.
It is shit leather.
Unless it's King Ranch leather. That's different though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spend that to get a fucking
No, it's 120K,
W in the fucking.
dude.
But for $1,200, you can have cat skin put far better leather in the truck.
Yeah.
Which was $2,000 cheaper than me paying for Ford leather, and I still have all the options. So
Yeah. Yeah. But also
Um,
I wear shorts and I live in Texas.
that's the other thing is that I like the fabric. It cleans easier.
Yeah.
My dogs don't fuck it up, which is nice. And now I don't have to roll around with one of those giant seat condoms,
Yeah.
like because I don't. Well, I'm gonna fuck the leather up. But do you ever take the thing out? Nope. I should leave a cover in there all the
Yeah.
time. So you paid for leathers, you could cover it with fabric.
But I honestly think
Got it.
if I'm doing my math correctly, if I traded that in or sold it, I could pay off another fucking vehicle in like 2 years
So
and have a bigger
I'm not gonna lie.
vehicle
If you
I
went
want.
if you went and bought the same truck I have,
Yeah.
with that trade in, and they'd probably give you, they'll give you 30 to 34,000 for it.
Yeah.
You would leave with if you got the same deal I got, you would leave tax, title, and license, $22,000 note
Yeah.
on a brand new full size
And honestly,
loaded pickup
and I
truck.
would probably still put money down. I would probably still put $5,000, $10,000 down.
So if you went in, did 30, got 32, put 5, you're talking about a $15,000 car note to get a brand new full size pickup.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
And then so the nice thing is that, and right now they're doing all these deals because the trucks got so expensive that nobody bought them.
I'm never going to get the kind of interest rate and shit that I did.
You
on
might.
this.
You
Like
might.
1.9.
Ford's doing 0 right now
Really? For qualifying?
because they're way overstocked.
Well, my fucking credit score just took a shit because this fell off of it and it hasn't bounced back yet. Like it will next month. It'll be fine. But like out of nowhere, this bitch dropped like 40 points. I was like, what the fuck? And I looked it up and I was like,
But it's no, it's
I'm good.
They're overstocked.
Yeah.
So like we're 3/4 of the way through, halfway through 25, and they've still got 24s on the lot.
Yeah.
And they have to get rid of them. So they are slashing shit just to get rid of, because all the 25s have shown up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, maybe a mid-grade F-150 isn't worth $70,000. That's how I got mine for $16,000 off.
Yeah.
They just have too fucking many.
What's crazy to me is I think I walked with my truck for like 47 was how much my taco was out the door,
Mhm.
And that was obviously that was before my trading because I traded in the Jeep. So then I only got like 10 grand for the Jeep or something, maybe 11, I think. So like literally it was like 47 out the door. So call it 37 with the trade in. Right. And then paid off. That was fine. But what I'm looking at now, and I'm looking at all these other like Tundras and like full size trucks, I'm just like, man,
They're comfy, dude.
I'm looking at like 2-3 years, maybe.
I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life when you go pull your trailer with a full size truck.
Oh, I know. I've done it. I've done it.
It's night and day.
Shit, like
my Explorer.
as much as I hate fucking Rams, that's what fucking
my Explorer.
got.
My Explorer pulled my trailer,
Oh yeah, don't pull it. Like the taco pulls my trailer.
but then I pulled it with that F-150, and you don't even know it's back there.
Yeah, it's a world of difference.
But I got mine.
And
I put $10,000 down.
I wouldn't need the stabilizer anymore. I mean, I still
It's
could
lovely.
use it.
Oh god, the stabilizer's everything.
Oh yeah, I love it. But you wouldn't need it with a full size.
No, but it was already mounted on my tongue, so
yeah.
I was like,
You already got it.
yeah. But I just had my dealership adjusted. They had to adjust the height, but I got mine. It was $16,000 off, and then I put $10,000 down.
Yeah.
And so I walked for like 42, I think, because it was $66,000 for the truck.
Yeah.
And it was $16,000 off, and then I put 10 down, and then tax kicked in. So I think it was like 42 was the note.
Yeah.
But I love it. I got the power boost.
Ooh.
It's the highest horsepower one they make.
Yeah.
It actually generates more horsepower than the V8.
Yeah.
And it's better for towing because it's got a higher torque ratio.
That's the other thing I like about my 6 and the Tacoma is the torque ratio is fucking great.
Well,
Because it's TRD off-road, so it's made for that.
turbo 6. So when I'm not towing, I still get like 23 miles to the gallon in that full-size truck, which is
actually better than
in
I get in the Taco.
full size. It's great.
Yeah.
Still better than I get in the Mini.
Yeah.
But my Mini's not exactly stock either. So
No, because you had it for longer than a week.
I have a
I have
a tune in it right now that'll push 22 pounds of boost.
Like you first got it, and you were like you missed a day on the show, and they were like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh, because he bought a new car. And he's changing it." And it's like, "Oh, that's right."
I sent a picture. Yeah, I was putting the air ride suspension in.
Yeah.
Jazz had bags on the car before he had metal plates on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had all of the engine work done, airbagged and on new wheels and tires. I pulled up to my dealership to pick up my plates and aired out at their front door to go in and pick up my plates.
Yeah.
I still had paper tags on it.
That's funny. It's still yours. No matter what
It's my
fucking
truck.
plates
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
my car.
Fuck them.
And
Well, it's funny. You can tell that like the Mini's his fun car because before metal plates, he did all that stuff. But then he has the truck, which is his utility car. That
Mhm.
you haven't done fuck all to that.
it's got the bullet point grid
Yeah.
and that stuff, and then
And then the stabilizer that you move.
but that's
from.
on the trailer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The stabilizer's on the trailer. So the giant fucking ball hitch that goes in
Yeah.
to receive that thing just got moved.
But that's it.
Yeah. Other than that, I haven't changed anything on the pickup. It's also my wife's, so till she tells me she wants to change it.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason I own a 4x4. She liked that it was taller. Yeah, I didn't give a shit about having 4x4, but she liked that it sat taller. So
Who knows? Maybe one day he'll use it.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I'm from that adage of like 4-wheel drive is just digs you in twice as fast.
Mm.
I don't go anywhere where
it
I
depends on
need
if you're like if you're not using it,
Ah.
it's stupid to have it.
If you were towing your camper when we all went down to Ren Fair that one weekend, 4x4 might have come in handy because it got real wet and muddy then.
Yeah, but 4x4 isn't going to do anything for that.
Really?
No, not really.
Oh.
That's about weight displacement at that point.
Mm.
Like, like honestly, posi track fucks you up more than anything.
Yeah, you just dig in.
Yeah.
Because when one starts breaking loose, it kicks the other in. So you just dig in twice. You just dig in twice as fast. I mean, yeah, if we had gotten out there,
The best thing to have is just those, those orange fucking deals.
Yeah.
You see, that's the
Stick
best
in
thing
front
to
of
have.
the tires.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just fucking
if we had gotten out there and maybe I could have engaged the front and pulled me out, but it didn't get that bad. Honestly, if you're already stuck and you kick in your 4-wheel drive,
Oh, yeah.
you're
Then-
fucked
yeah.
anyways. You've
Yeah.
got to kick all that in before you even start driving into that shit. But
Yeah.
unless you're in a Jeep. For whatever reason, a Jeep, because it's light enough that like when your fronts start kicking in, it'll be like, oh, it'll lift you up because it's light. Right.
a buddy of mine
Like,
sent me a thing the other day that was a Jeep in a wind tunnel. And then above it was a picture of a cow in a wind tunnel.
the cow's more
And it
aerodynamic.
literally said Jeep Wrangler, less aerodynamic than a cow.
Yeah. It's true.
And I was like, yeah, it's a brick.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at that car and going,
I got into it with a comic friend of mine today. Actually, he sent me a text. So he works, his day job is real fucking cool. And like they put him in a platinum, in a Ford F-150 Platinum for like, he's
nice
like,
truck.
yeah, great truck. And he's like,
I still don't think it's worth the money.
he's like, look what I get to drive all week. And he sends me the pictures. And I was like, nothing like a new truck for the week, man. Platinum's the way to go too. Same as the King Ranch, but way cheaper. And he's like, yeah, it's nice as fuck. He's like, I'm not a truck guy. It's pretty legit, but I tried to get a Gladiator. And I was like, be glad you didn't. I was like, Gladiators are trash. And he's like, I fucking like them. I'm a Jeep guy though. And I was like, brother,
The Gladiator
I was
isn't
like,
a Jeep or a truck.
I was like,
it's neither.
I've been a Jeep guy I was a Jeep guy for 15 years. I drove 4 fucking Jeeps straight.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I could never figure out why I always had a headache.
For
I
those,
got a Tacoma and boom, my headache went away.
Yep. They're so fucking loud, dude.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you that are new, I talk shit on Wranglers. I owned one.
They're fun.
I owned an unlimited Rubicon.
I
owned like a Jeep.
and if you've ever owned one, you're allowed to talk shit, I say.
I owned one.
Like,
It was, and I had it on fucking Nitto grapplers and the whole fucking 9 yards. And oh my God, you want to feel like you got the shit kicked out of you driving that thing for longer than about an hour.
Yeah.
You feel like you were in a fight.
I had a CJ7. I had a TJ.
That's an exception.
I had a YJ. And I had the Unlimited.
CJ's get a pass.
Oh, for sure.
CJ's get a pass.
Well, dude, I never even put the top on that bitch.
CJ's get a pass.
Yeah, that's like one step above.
Or when those idiots downtown let us just take that fucking army Jeep without supervision.
Dude, you and I just drove the Willie around.
That is not a vehicle you should have given us unsupervised. We almost died.
I was standing up and it fucking making it rain with stickers for your video and you almost killed me.
Mikey almost.
Jazz almost fucking offed me with that shit.
It'd been a cool story though.
It was, hey, you know what? We did it for the shot. Do it for the shot, dog. I think that's when we started saying that shit. It's good footage, bro. Do it for the shot. I was like, what is this, jackass? Fuck you, man.
Workers' comp shot.
Shit.
Boys, y'all want some current events?
Yep, hit me.
I'm excited to show you this one.
Okay.
So y'all remember a few months ago when we were talking about Diddy and his fucking 900 bottles of lube?
Smells like cum over here.
Speaking of Diddy.
Speaking of.
I like how the photos came out from the Diddy trial of his.
Yeah.
He has it everywhere, dude. Who the fuck is keeping that in a humidor?
That's what I said. That is a humidor.
Why did he have a humidor of baby oil? And Astroglide. Attaboy.
Next to the coffee. What are you doing? That is, okay, hold on. Let's unpack this whole thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we have a humidor full of two different, that is Astroglide and baby oil in a humidor. Behind it,
Well, one's for titties, one's for buttholes. I get it.
You have
Epsom salt
bags of Epsom salt.
and coffee.
And nope, that is Himalayan rock salt
Oh, that's weird.
and
Oh,
goop. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
if it's anything by Goop, I don't want anything to do with it because that's Gwyneth Paltrow's weird shit.
That's their fucking pussy candles and shit, right?
Yeah.
But look at this.
Oh,
He's got it like displayed.
Yeah, that Walmart doesn't carry that much in one shot.
Photos taken from the FBI's March 2024 raid of Combs' Los Angeles home revealed he kept 200 bottles of baby oil and 900 bottles of lube.
well,
I would like to point out
It's better
how
to have it and not
shiny-
need it than to need it and not have it. I would say that.
That's true. You know what this is? This is just redundancy.
But there's nothing fucking illegal about owning this shit. Like he could have literally been like, yeah, I'm an extreme couponer.
Okay.
Mike, are you
Like,
No, but
are you playing defense lawyer for Diddy?
I'm playing an American that believes in rights in the Fourth Amendment, dude, and you're allowed to have weird shit.
you are.
You just-
Counter
to
argument.
be secured in your papers. That's what the Fourth Amendment says.
Counter argument.
Or you're
They weren't there about his hoarding of baby.
no.
They were there for actions taken, and this does speak to mindset.
Oh, 100%.
So, yes, had he just been like, look, I'm single, nobody ever comes over, but I am a massive slip and slide enthusiast, and this just works better. I'd have been like,
Hey, he's got a Navage.
I'm sure that's what it was used for. Like, that is a Sharps container next to the Navage. That is
a Sharp.
straight up a Sharps container.
He's got new skin in there.
Why do you have oil of oregano? 1,000 milligram oil of oregano.
That's
And back to tracing.
Actually-
Lots of it.
there's a lot of good health benefits with oil of oregano, actually.
That is an obscene amount of back to tracing. Top
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. Well, it's just fucking, I mean, it's Neosporin. It's the best tration is.
That's cheap.
Oh, see, these are little fucking, these are
got little
carriers,
shooters.
bro. These are for like, hey man, throw it in the bag.
Maybe he was just giving out goodie bags.
He was like Jeter.
Yeah. He's got goodie bags of lube.
He's got drawers of it next to what appears to be a really nice barber's chair.
Yeah.
I love that you can tell that by the footrest
An
of it.
AGS barber's chair,
It's
man.
an
What the
AGS
fuck?
barber's chair. Those things are fucking like $4,000.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Really nice. I joked around for a while that if I ever built a true smoking lounge in my house, I was going to put in fucking barber's chairs.
That would be fun.
They're comfortable as fuck.
They can be. Fuck yeah.
The good ones are super comfy.
Yeah. Plus, what if you wanted to trim up? Call a guy.
I always thought it would be awesome to have a bar that was just barber's chairs at the bar.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
So also apparently, I don't really believe it. I think it's fucking AI or something. But there was audio that was also leaked of Diddy getting after it inside of LeBron, and he's saying some crazy shit.
What?
Okay, no,
I don't
apparently-
believe it because it's way too easy to fake, and there's no
Yeah.
video. It's
Especially
just
now.
audio.
Now, the Meek Mill fucking audio, that was real.
I don't know. The number of stories that are coming forward now of the amount of people that when he was able to get up in it was like right when they were starting their career.
Yeah.
And so it was that whole like, if you want to make it,
Yeah.
you got to do it. And so there was but then that video surfaced from like 2015.
Oh,
or something of,
shit and is off in the
No, of it's another actor. It was another actor that was
It was him and Bieber.
no.
Bunch of
It was
videos of
I
that.
can't remember. It was he was a I think he was a Nickelodeon actor or something. I can't remember what the actor was. And but they were doing an interview with him from like 2015, and they asked him like, "Hey, can you make it in Hollywood without drugs?" And he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." He's like, "Absolutely. You don't need to go to the parties. You don't need to do whatever to make it in Hollywood. Like you can go and just make it in Hollywood." And he was like, "So what's the one thing that you need to avoid in Hollywood to be successful?" And he was like, "Diddy. Don't go to those fucking
Oh,
parties.
yeah.
That'll ruin your career." And
Yeah. Yeah.
and this shit was from like 2015.
Yep.
And I can't remember who it was now, but it's I couldn't recognize him, and Like when they said what he was in. No, fuck, no, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, it was the interview's like 10 years old, like way before all those came out.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's like everybody
I don't remember
knew
who it was either. Shit.
but it's a black actor. And he was young when he got in. And then he kind of like, I guess, made his money, kind of didn't make it as an adult actor and kind of got out. Now I can't remember who it was.
I'm looking through. Apparently, there's a bunch of people that warned us about Diddy.
Like early on.
Yeah.
Fuck, who was it?
Apparently, 50 Cent, Cat Williams. That's some of the names on here. But
Well, yeah, those two.
Did you hear that his mom is still hosting freak offs?
No.
what?
That's what I heard.
Diddy's mom?
Yeah. That his mom is still, because he said the party must go on.
Get the fuck out of here. Consenting adults, bro.
Unfortunately, there was some non-consenting adults.
Oh, there was some
And there was also
non-consenting
some-
children.
Yeah.
that's the big problem. Yeah.
Look, that's where this all falls apart. It's not that this guy was holding giant celebrity sex parties. I'm not shocked those exist. And I'm sure he's not the only one doing it.
Matter of fact, if I ever become a celebrity,
I'd want an invite.
I'd appreciate the invite. I might not go, but I'd appreciate the invite.
I'd be like, oh, you thought of me.
Yeah, right?
That's
Like,
nice.
it's like, hey, all right.
The problem is when
Yeah.
it comes out that you were apparently fucking raping dudes and grooming children. That's where it's the fucking problem.
Yeah. It's like transgender thing. It's the same fucking argument, all right? It's like, we don't have a problem with transgender people existing. I have a problem with you trying to influence children. All right? That's where it's weird, all right? When you bring children into it, no. Do you think I give a fuck that R. Kelly peed on someone? No, but you peed on a 15-year-old. That's wrong. Right? You know what I mean? That's different, dude. Like, it's not nuance. It's stop doing illegal shit with kids. Like, it's not that hard of a fucking concept, man. Like,
Ooh, little segue. Did y'all hear about Operation Satara Shield?
Satara Shield.
So it was a massive operation that went down in Texas with, I think it was like more than 70 law enforcement agencies joined forces throughout the month of April to combat the exploitation of children in the digital space. Operation Satara Shield resulted in the rescue of 109 children and the arrest of 244 offenders. Not only did they do all that, then they put together this cool little picture with everybody's fucking, all the offenders' faces.
Oh, fucking beautiful.
Yeah. And they were like, hey, fuck all these guys. But yeah, so they saved a ton of kids and put a whole bunch of shitheads in fucking jail.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
Wonder if we know any of them.
I mean,
No, I know some fucked up friends, but
Just gonna a quick once over. Some of these guys look like fucking dude. First of all, some of these dudes, like you knew.
well, look at Breaking Bad over here.
Yeah.
That's guy. Yeah, 100%.
Like some of these dudes you fucking knew. Like,
Chad Dansby.
look at Brian McNeely here.
Yeah.
Like that dude, that dude touches children. Like you can fucking
Holy
see it,
fuck.
dude.
Okay, if we're going to be on this, there's one that I like. I just saw an article about this. A dad came home and found an 18-year-old man
Mhm.
sexually assaulting his 11-year-old son
Okay.
and beat him unconscious
Sure.
and then called the police.
Yep.
And said, this is what I found, and I have him in a bloody puddle on my floor waiting for you. And they was like, cool, is there any weapon presence? He was like, my hands and feet, and I'm keeping those. And the cops showed up and did it and went to court. And this dad stood in court and was like, you can sentence me to whatever you want to. But I found out he's been breaking into my house and doing this to my child since he was 8 years old. And he was like, and they had the suspect that he beat the fuck out of was standing there. And you can't recognize him. Like his
Yeah.
face is all fucked and shit. And I was like,
see this.
that man should walk.
Yeah.
Get this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah,
right
fuck that
here.
guy.
And I think the fact that
I don't think
all your shit isn't broken.
Dad
You got
got in
off
trouble.
light.
I don't think Dad got in trouble.
He shouldn't. He should get a fucking medal.
I think that might be exactly what I commented. And I was like, tell this motherfucker to teach a class. Yeah, fuck that guy. Get his fucking picture off there. I don't want to look at that fucking freak.
Fucking, he deserved every minute of it.
I'm trying to see if they
The 11-year-old victim told authorities that Frontlander had performed oral sex on him and instructed the boy to fondle him. Document says the boy told authorities that Frolander began abusing him a few years ago. It also says Frolander told police, I'm guilty. Uh-huh.
Right here. My son saved Raymond. Raymond was motionless on our floor, and I went to the kitchen to grab a butcher knife, and my son stopped me. My son came in front of me and saved his attacker's life.
Wow.
So that 11-year-old boy was like, nope, Dad, no. And called the police. Fucking, not only did that dad do what he needed to do.
15 minutes ago. God damn.
Yeah. So this dude
The father
beat the
has not
fuck out
been
of his
charged.
kid. Good. This guy beat the fuck out of this man. And then his kid.
Oh, dude, look at this. Police Chief Michael Chitwood, whether he had any issue with the father's reaction, he responded Friday, quote, not as a police chief and not as a father, end quote.
Fuck
that dude,
yeah.
That dude ain't getting shit. Fuck yeah, dude. Love
But
it.
not only that, he apparently raised a son that saw that his dad was going to go too far, recognized it, and stepped in front of him and was like,
And only too far in the fact of like, then the boy doesn't have his dad around anymore.
right. So that
Right.
is well done, sir.
I'll be
Fucking
honest, man.
Well done.
I have a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old at home. Them motherfuckers wouldn't stop me. Like, they wouldn't be able to stop me.
I'm not going to lie. The relationship that man has with his son is pretty incredible because, yeah,
I wouldn't have stopped.
no, you'd have been putting money on my commissary.
Uh-huh.
No, like it'd
100%, dude.
have been real bad. I'd have
100%.
put money on your commissary. You'd have been
Fucking
like,
A, dude.
I killed this man. I've been like, dude, you're going to have all the ramen you could possibly want.
Fucking A,
Got
dude.
you, boo.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
You just officially became my dependent, homie.
Yeah. Hey, fucking-
Yeah. Yep.
you were going to be jailhouse rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
a good thing you just watched that documentary about cremation, Mikey.
Bro,
Get rid of that body.
that shit's fucking wild. Like,
I wouldn't have gotten rid of shit. I'd have worn that
Dude.
shit. I'd have called the cops. Just like that man did. I'd have been like, I got a corpse you need to come fucking pick up.
what the fuck was the name of that documentary, dude? I gotta find this fucking thing.
I used to have a friend that told me that his high school dream was to go to fucking school to be a funeral director.
What?
And he was Navy.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. And he got like, the longer he was out of the service, and
Oh,
the
it's
more
on?
and more, he like, I was like, yeah, you
Yeah.
kind of seem like the guy that wants to deal with dead people. This is-
So, the documentary series examines the startling true story of a cremator who went to prison for mishandling human remains. It's called The Mortician. It's on HBO.
crazy.
And that shit is fucking wild, man. like they were, woo, the amount of shit. And the funny thing is, the guy is like, he's like talking like it's nonchalant, like he didn't do anything wrong. That's the best part. He's just kind of like, eh. Like, have you ever seen Howl's Moving Castle? It's an anime. It's like an anime thing, you know?
Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. You know how like when the old lady, the young girl gets turned into the old lady and then she just accepts that she's an old lady? That just like nothing's wrong. She's like, guess I'm old now. It's the exact same fucking premise, man. It's the exact same premise where this guy was like, I did it, but it's not that big of a deal. And it's just like, bro,
Jesus.
like, what the fuck, man? Like, you haven't been rehabilitated for shit. You didn't learn fuck all of a lesson, man. This guy's going to do it again.
He's over there just like, they were dead already. It's
Yeah,
not like they didn't like it.
Like, fuck.
Completely off topic. We kind of talked about it, but my store got kind of fucked up from that storm we had a couple weeks ago.
Kinda.
A little bit. And
Jazz is being very generous with
Yeah.
that statement.
Just
And,
being extremely generous. with this
so I've been dealing with all the insurance for it. And they sent in a third-party inspector to come in and confirm the damages and stuff. And I get it. It was a lot of money. We were
Yeah.
talking about it before the show. Where I was like,
Yeah.
if I had to cut a check that big, I'd want to see what the fuck was going on.
I'd get a second opinion as well. Sure. Yeah.
Also, I get it. At this level, it's safety on both sides. Sending in a third party to look at it.
Smart.
I can't then go after my insurance company going like, they fucked me. The insurance company can't say like, well, we just took him at his word and he fucked us. Like this third party coming in and doing it. But this cat, good God, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
Insane communication, emails, texts, phone calls. He was super fast, super efficient. Is making sure, thought about stuff that I didn't think about. He was like, my job is to make sure that you're made whole. Like, so did you cover the plexiglass that you have on the front of this? Like everything that's going to get thrown away here, like you're all going to have to pay for it. So
Right.
like, your policy covers. Let's make sure you're covered. Just this is
Good fucking dude.
It's an example of professionalism
Yeah.
in speed and understanding the industries he's in. That he's here and he's here to reduce stress and reduce panic. And you know, he only goes into businesses that get hit. This isn't, oh, I got an offender bender and now I'm in a rental or whatever. This is people's livelihoods and businesses. And you know, I've got over the last 3 years, there's quite a bit of money that's been pumped into that store to fucking it pays all my bills. It covers my mortgage. Like it like this shit when
It's
we
your
walked
livelihood.
when we walked in that day.
Not only your bills, but your employees' bills also.
Yeah, I have 7 employees. Like
Yep.
when we walked in that day, I mean, it was one of those like, dear God, this could be it. This could
tank it.
this 45 minutes of fucking insane rain could have ended this.
Yeah.
So I had never thought I would shout out an insurance company, but the Hartford, if you were a business owner, they do not sponsor this. This is not whatever. But if you were a business owner and you have not talked to the Hartford about your insurance, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
These guys are, holy fuck. My adjuster there too has been.
I don't care that USAA uses your fucking rank. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. But from a business perspective, they have been absolutely incredible. Like
Good
the
shit,
first
dude.
question out of both of their mouths was, is everybody okay?
Well, that's a little humanity goes a long way.
And then it was, I mean, they did a pay advance before my full assessment had been done.
Yeah.
Same day transferred money into my checking account.
Was it enough to fucking cover what you needed right away?
It was enough to recover from the fact that I was down a day, that we had lost a revenue stream, that I had payday coming up, that I had all this stuff. And, and
so you were able to like pay employees still and do
kept everything
payroll.
covered, was able to quickly restock like new releases, stuff that
So
was supposed to come out with
seamless transition. Good.
to now we're down a revenue stream and stuff like that. And there's more policy that's going to cover that and all that. Like, yeah, if you haven't talked, if you are a business owner and you haven't talked to the Hartford,
That's
they
the
are
way to
worth
go, huh?
every fucking penny I'm paying them. And it's really not bad for the level of policy I have, but they're
Because again, it's like the fucking lube, dude. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
fuck, this was one of those ones where I have it on fucking auto draft
Yeah.
and it just gets paid. I've had them for 3 years.
Like it's better to have it
Yeah.
and not need it than need not have it.
If you're in San Antonio, Greg Garcia with GTX Insurance, I think is the name of his insurance company. I don't know. He's in my phone as Greg.
Yeah.
I don't like. I just have him in my phone. But he's an insurance agent here. He can hook you up. He took my phone call, answered questions all day. I mean, up till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like
That's cool.
Yep.
That was
GTX Insurance.
GTX Insurance, and
Use code Freedom Friends for nothing off, but they should sponsor the show.
Yeah, give us money.
Greg is fucking on it. I think he's licensed to operate in a bunch of states too. But
Yeah.
Fuck, he does everything too: business, home, auto, like the whole 9 years. So,
He's a broker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's good.
He's a broker.
My claim was in before he saw a single picture.
Dude, I tell you what I did.
It was
I tell you what I did with my escrow account. I got an escrow waiver because my insurance company, which was Safeco, which I say again was big was there, went behind my back, talked to my bank, and said this is going to be his new mortgage payment.
Yeah.
And it went up like $500, and I was like, "Pump your fucking brakes!" They're like, "Well, it's for property tax." I'm like, you mean the ones that I don't pay?" And they're like, "Oh."
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, how much do you guys owe me? They owed me like fucking an extra, like, I don't know, like $4,000 that they had taken from me.
We got an overage check.
Yeah. Which is fine. Like, I appreciate the overage check, but I was like, maybe you don't make my financial decisions. So I applied for what's called a fucking
Escrow waiver.
An escrow waiver
Yeah.
and got it. And so because I just bought out a homeowner's policy. It's like $2,000
Yeah.
for a fucking to buy.
If you
out
can
a
buy it all
policy.
in one shot,
So
it's
much better,
way
dude.
cheaper.
It's so much better. Like, dude, I literally, you know what I'm going to do? Tax return. Every year, I renew in fucking April. Tax return handles it. Fucking covered.
Yep.
And then I would tell you my mortgage right now, but you'd be fucking upset with me.
Oh, I can guess. I can guess.
Like,
but I mean,
it's-
in all fairness,
it's
you're,
awesome.
You're a fucking 100% vet. Like,
Yeah.
it should be. You're just paying the mortgage. Like,
yeah. I mean, but still.
I
it's
paid-
like,
my mortgage isn't bad.
no.
It's property tax and PMI and insurance and da 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 da. That's when you're.
Thank God you're in Converse area. Like,
Yeah, that's about to suck though. Do you see what's going in?
no, what's going in?
Fuck. You'll be excited. So 2.1 miles from my house, HEB just announced that at 1604 and I-10 interchange,
Mm.
they are putting in a $21 million,
That's where it's
125,000 square foot HEB.
Oof.
Now, anybody in Texas, especially South Texas, you understand that when HEB builds a new one, That's awesome.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah, that fucks.
That fucks.
When do you put my house in your name? Fucking that fucks.
That fucks, dude.
God damn.
Yeah.
Go buy a truck.
I
What
know,
the fuck's wrong with you?
I know, right?
I pay more for my truck.
So do I.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome, dude.
You know what? Fuck it. Don't buy a truck. Take your truck payment, slam it against that bitch. Just fucking pay the house off.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's awesome.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
That's hot.
Yeah.
But anybody that lives in Texas, you understand when they build a new HEB,
Thanks, Joe Biden.
HEB doesn't go in alone.
Yeah.
They build a massive
Like shopping
store, and then they'll pave like the whole thing out, and then they'll sell all the lots around it. And so new restaurants go in, new shopping. Look at what happened
Cibolo.
in Cibolo.
Right by me. Right by me. Yeah.
And then across the street from that HEB, that whole area in Cibolo just went boom,
Well,
and just all new everything.
And all of
went
those
in.
all those houses that are on the other side of the street going down Main Street, they've all been designated as fucking commercial property now.
Yep.
So all that's going to turn into business. They made a fishing lake right next to it. They did this real nice landscaping, walking paths and shit back there, little fishing pond that they fucking do. And then there's also businesses going in the lot next to that.
But they're getting ready to finish all of the construction on the roads. That
They
are in my
gentrify,
neighborhood.
baby.
Well, that's what's going to end up happening. So now, luckily, I'm homesteaded.
You're good.
So it's going to lock my tax rate. But my home value is about to go through the fucking roof because all of that new infrastructure is going in less than 2 miles from my property.
That's awesome, though.
And but now on that corner by my house, they're blowing that road out to 4 lanes wide with a center lane, turn lanes everywhere. Everything's getting bigger. They're improving it all the way. So all of that traffic flow is going to get better. There's up there off 1516. There's 6 new neighborhoods that are going in or some
God,
shit.
yeah.
It's insane. Every major builder's out there.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Like,
when I moved to
it is-
Cibolo, dude, I had to drive around cow pastures to get home.
Yeah.
Those are all houses now.
And so now I'm looking at it going like, hell yeah, baby. Crank my property value through the roof. I'm going to sell that bitch. I'm going to go buy land in like fucking Seguin and build my house. And just
I'm telling you,
fucking,
dude, you and I are in the exact same position when it comes to that. Literally, like we're both in, these aren't fucking forever homes.
Nope.
Like we are in very nice starter houses. Don't get me wrong. Very nice houses. Both of us have great house. You know what I mean? But these are starter homes. These are future rental properties.
So I'm thinking in about 5 years, you and I need to go buy about 7 acres,
At least.
put 2 fucking houses on it, build 1 pool. Like,
Dude, the idea of having community gym, community pool, fuck yeah, dude.
and then what we do is we set up like a private HOA that's like, hey, we're going to pay into this fund, and that's going to pay for
Maintenance.
maintenance.
Yeah.
That's going to pay for the pool.
And we're
that's
not
gonna
mowing
pay
our
for
own
the gym.
lawns. We're going to have like fucking people.
I don't know, dude. You're going to let me buy a riding lawnmower. I'll fucking
for
do
sure,
it.
dude. Can we race?
Fuck yeah.
You know, dude, I saw something awesome. There's these 2 dudes on
You can
social
come too,
media
Justin.
that do they do fucking like man point competitions.
Oh, I've seen
where
this.
they run
yeah.
over, they pull out the other guy's trash cans, or like he'll run over and like mow his lawn real fucking fast. He's like, "Do you mow my fucking lawn?" And he's like, "God damn it!" You run over and like hang Christmas lights for him and shit.
Yeah.
It's just these 2 neighbors going back and forth. It's fucking great, dude.
I like that one. He woke him up.
Dude.
He woke him up because he was blowing off his fucking driveway because his
Yeah.
tree had shed, and he was out there, and he like woke him up at like 6:30.
Fucking dude, I want that. Like the world needs more of that shit.
100%.
Trying to
that's
out
good
neighbor your neighbor.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's so good.
My neighbors directly next to me just brought home their new baby girl. And so last week I was mowing my yard and I was just like, fuck it. I fucking hit their front on both, like the side that we share and the
Yeah.
other side too. I was just like, fuck it. Last thing you need to worry about is your yard and fucking HOA. Like,
My neighbors will not.
no.
They won't.
Mine will.
Fucking assholes.
Mine, I swear to God, that motherfucker drops a laser between the sidewalk and the fence post at where our yards are. Because we share the side yard, and it's maybe another 12 feet from
Yeah.
his to mine. And I'm like, dude, if you did it one time,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, one time, if he mowed that thing all the way up to, and I went out for the next week and did, I'd mow his. Like
That's-
we could just trade it back and forth.
That's what I do with my neighbor. And honestly, I've only
But-
talked to him like 3 times.
But the chick that lives there, so it's an old man that ons the house, and he's on like hospice care. Like
Oh,
once a week,
shit.
there's like a hospital delivery that shows up and shit
Yeah.
like that. But the chick that lives in there is a cunt with a capital C.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
I'm good.
Your shit could be on fire,
Yeah.
and I will pop a camping chair out on the fucking driveway
Yep.
and watch you burn to the fucking ground.
Dude,
I will have a hose in hand to make sure it doesn't touch my property. And that's about it.
I don't get that when people are assholes to their neighbors. It's like you have to literally live next to this person. At the very least, be cordial. Like, I don't get me wrong. I'm not like best friends with any of my neighbors.
Sure.
But I'm very cordial. We
Now,
wave. I say have a great
My
day.
neighbor on the other side,
Yeah.
she's got 2 high school kids.
Yeah.
She's a prior Air Force. Now she's a like pharmacy tech. Like we've talked.
Yeah.
I've been out like doing the garage beer thing and she's come home and I've been like, and she'll come over and like have a quick beer with us. So, like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you her name,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't need to.
but she travels a lot because she's retired Army or retired Air Force. So she goes on like, she's a big casino traveler.
Atta girl.
She likes to go to casino.
Fuck yeah.
Atta girl.
And when I know she's gone for a while, she's got a really tiny front yard. So when I do my side yard, I'll go and fucking hit her yard for her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's got the super cute pit bull that lives over there and shit. Like, no fucking sweat with that at all.
Mhm.
And I'd be happy to do that for my neighbor on the other side if she wasn't a raging fucking cunt.
Yep.
Yeah. 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 Like, so I have an a retired Air Force guy and a former Army guy on each side of me, right? Both good dudes. Wives are cool. Like the retired Air Force dudes, they're older, 60s, 70s. Like they're older couple. They have an adult son that lives with them.
Yeah.
Things like that. The other one's got little kids, right? So 2 wildly different dynamics. The retired guy, he pays for dudes to come and do his yard
Sure.
work, right? Those motherfuckers leave a line down my shit, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, I will never, fucking ever. Because it's like, no,
I
man.
guarantee you those guys would cut you a deal though.
Oh, they
If
probably
you
would.
went and talked to that lawn crew. No, in all fairness, that
They
lawn
probably
crew
would.
is being paid
Oh, yeah. No
to
hate on
mow
him.
his lawn.
Fuck
right?
yeah. No hate on him. No hate on him at all. But my other guy, who we share a side yard, you know what I mean? Like, he'll hit mine when he mows his.
Yeah.
Like, just the side. He doesn't go into my front yard, technically. You know what I mean? Even though he's got like 3 foot of my front yard is his.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, but he'll mow like that and he'll go like along my house and basically square it off so it doesn't look like shit.
Right.
Right. I appreciate that. That's something I appreciate, which is why when I replaced the fence, yes, that fence.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you did one all the way down.
And he didn't pay a fucking dime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And actually, I had those fence guys out this week. They replaced the back fence this weekend.
Nice.
Yesterday.
I'm going to do my back fence.
I got a good fucking crew for you.
Yeah.
Talking fucking cheap, dude.
I might do it myself. I like doing it.
You do like doing it. But
I'd
these
like that
guys
work.
came out afternoon, 2 young
Speaking
kids.
of which, Justin, the house across the street from me is for sale.
Oh, really? We're
It's a good price.
we're getting numbers around right now, actually, of like
It's actually
what we need to look at price range wise.
It's
and
a-
stuff like that.
I know
You
with
trying
their,
to upgrade?
Yeah.
they need more space.
Yeah.
That house was great for his
Oh,
first,
100%.
but now, and it was fine for you and Abby.
Mhm.
But with a baby in there and dogs and
Yeah.
but
Well-
it's that house literally directly across the street,
Across the
that
street.
corner lot.
Getting close to your 30s. Look at you.
No, but it's that one
Look at
across the street, that
you.
corner lot.
Oh,
It's got that
okay.
bigger backyard on it.
I'll have to look that one up.
I know what they're asking, but he's been trying to sell it for like 60 days,
Oh, okay.
which means that there's some negotiation on that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that whole neighborhood, it's all
And you have a VA loan now.
That's true.
and but that whole neighborhood is all about to skyrocket in value.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
because you didn't use a VA loan for your first.
Oh no, I did use
You did.
Yeah.
It doesn't
okay.
matter.
Doesn't
If he-
matter.
But
You
I
still
can
have
get
another one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're getting numbers run right now of like what we would get from the house and getting rough ideas and stuff to
Did you
start
see
looking.
what RBSU started doing?
No, what they do.
0 down mortgages.
They're such a good bank.
0 down mortgages.
That's crazy.
I mean, fuck, that's what I didn't put anything down on mine. Might have written my initial. I never did shit.
Did you do VA though?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. But that's usually just like VA loans.
Yeah. Well, it's because
VA,
it's federally guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
but these
that's-
are
that's the-
these are 0 down
Like
VA loan or not.
like MLA loads and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we found that honestly, even
Is
like
that right? MLA? Or am I thinking fucking English?
MLS.
MLS. I'm thinking MLA and APA.
You're talking about MLS.
Yeah. Yeah.
paragraph formats for a house.
I was like, that's not
But you
right.
had that house across the street for sale.
Fucking hell. I'll have to look at that one.
2-car garage. Big
Yeah.
lot.
We've learned a lot from this house. Don't get me wrong. Was stoked, loved this house.
Well, you have to have
everything.
massive equity in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
Same,
sell that
dog.
bitch to somebody that was like you.
Because we bought
fucking-
that shit in like 2020, November 2020.
Sell that shit to somebody just like you.
Yep.
Take that down payment, put it into that house across the street from me. I guarantee your mortgage doesn't change, but you pick up 1,000 square feet.
Yeah. See, we've been looking at like that, like 18 to 2,000. The big thing that we're looking for if we can is just to get a 1-story.
That's my
Love to
dream,
have a
dude.
one
This was
story.
not a one story.
I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want stairs.
Problem is, big one stories are fucking expensive.
Yes.
That's why I'm gonna.
Yeah.
My next house, I'm building. Right.
Yeah, I'm going
My
to
next
as well.
house, I'm building. Right. It'll be
So the only way
custom
I
build,
don't build is if I get my grandmother's house.
which is a dope house,
It's
which also isn't it one story?
yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know how big a 3,400 square foot one story house is?
Yeah, that's a
That is-
very large footprint.
It is
Yeah.
huge, but it's on top of a hill in a cul-de-sac. Like,
Yeah, it's a great house.
well, we're seeing it all next month, couple of weeks,
Yep.
baby shower.
Yep. We'll be there. We'll be there.
Anyways, we're
Anyways,
obviously
guys.
derailing this fucking show.
Yeah. So we're gonna fuck off. We got a debate to record, and then I gotta go tell dick jokes. And Jazz, you have shit going on today too.
I'm being wooed
Yeah, you're being wooed by a
by a bank.
which worst things to be wooed by.
Yeah.
Could be a dude.
It is a dude.
That a boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy Pride.
Where the
Month.
money is.
Happy Pride Month. It's almost over. We can
Anyways,
almost stop talking shit about
thanks
Chick-fil-A.
for being my freedom friend.
Cheers, buddy. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Hey, shout out to Sammy,
Yes.
our number one Patreon supporter this week. You bought this round, my friend, and we appreciate the fuck out of you. And if you guys want to buy us around, check out our Patreon, linked below. And you will also get specific Patreon content, which
true.
we do what's called the One Sip Synopsis. We are 100% ripping off Dave Portnoy and Barstool, and but it's about booze, dog. So yeah, today we did the first
Don't-
rum review.
Don't fucking tell them. They don't get shit.
Oh yeah, fuck you. If you're not paying for it, how about that?
It's $5 Chud, you're spending more on Fortnite skins. Go fucking.
Fucking yeah. But anyways, 3 little things. They're pretty easy. Justin,
Smoke on.
Jazz,
Drink on.
God damn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on.
Bum, 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 I ran. Bum, 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 I ran. Bum, bum, bum.